Hello everyone, I'm CoolGuy, welcome back, and we have our live gameplay series for our weekend loadout, and I love doing these because we can talk about strategy, but most importantly, we use some undervalued weapons or some things from the past that you don't really see anymore. So the challenge to you is at least one point during the weekend, try it out, see if you like it. Maybe you're playing with friends or solo. Try it out. If you don't like it, no problem, never have to use it again, but you might just like it. And we use, again, some undervalued things or some things from the past, so that's why we're going to be using the Mida multi-tool with the Mida mini tool, but we're also using 10 mobility. So you could either use the combo or pair it all together, one or the other, using max mobility with Mida and Mida mini. So there's a couple things to talk about before we get into the gameplay. First, scouts. I would say pound for pound, the top 5 overall scouts for PvP, in no particular order, are going to be the Jade Rabbit and Polaris Lance, which are 150s. The Transfiguration, which is from the Riven raid. It can roll with Rampage and Kill Clip. Very good. We'll be talking about that one at some point. We have the No Feelings. There's a card on the screen. We recently went over this. It has box breathing, and they have a 0.67 time to kill. And the final one's going to be this 200 RP and Mida multi-tool. Now, the Mida multi-tool has always been strong because it has very good base stats, has a very good scope. You get a boost to movement speed with your strafe, but it also has high caliber rounds. Now, high caliber rounds, extremely good on weapons, man. Undervalued. It's one of the reasons the Ace of Spades is so strong. And I've heard like Cammy and other PC players like, Momentum Mori's good, everything's good, the range is good, but dude, high caliber rounds like just really completes the weapon. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, another thing about Mida is going to be that it does have some ornaments. Now, the past two, we have the Desert Camo and the Digital Ops. These actually replace the little hat with a dot. And between these two, I do prefer the Desert Camo because it's very open sight, and we have this Digital Ops that has that little ring around it and makes it kind of restrictive. So I do believe that the Desert Camo is the best for the Mida multi-tool, and we're pairing that with the Mini, and this is from the Menagerie, and I've done it like 10 times. Believe it or not, this is the best roll that I have, Gray Robber and Surrounded. It's horrible. But what you do want to do is have on Moving Target on this bad boy because you're pairing it with Mida, and we'll talk about it in a second. That's why it's important with our mobility. I was actually trying to get one for this video, but if you have it, definitely try it. We have superb handling, move faster with this weapon, yada yada yada. This weapon grants additional speed benefits with Mida multi-tool also equipped. The thing to know about mobility, guys, increases your movement speed and maximum jump height. So nothing to do with your sprint speed, so it's purely for your strafing, and it's purely for jumping a little bit higher and walking a little bit faster. So this complete loadout, we're going to be out-strafing and out-maneuvering people. That's what we want to do with this gameplay. Now, we also have on 2 Resilience. I do not recommend 2 Resilience, but this is how I was able to get 10 on my Warlock. Now, we do have on the Transversive Steps, buffs your sprint speed. This does buff the actual sprint speed a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit, but do note that we have on 10 mobility. When you put on Moving Target on the Callus Mini tool or any weapon that has 10 mobility, it does go to 12. Because Moving Target passively, when you're aiming down sights and strafing, gives you +5 aim assist and +2 to the mobility stat. So this does go to 12. You go a little bit faster in your strafe speed, but back to it, I don't really have the resilience mods. I have on mobility where I can. I just don't have them. I would try to get this to 4. I have 2 spots open. I would get this to 4, but you want it to be at least 5. That's going to be the common ground. You survive a lot more things. If you can kind of push the limits, 6 survives things like the Bygones, Last Perdition. Those require 5 headshots to body. If you go to 6 resilience, they require 6 headshots in a body, so it makes it a little bit tougher on your opponent. And we'll talk about during the gameplay of, I'm paper mache out here pretty much. So again, the whole concept of this thing is we're going to be using max mobility to outstrafe our opponents, to outgun them with our movement. All right, we have Meltdown, we have Clash. So a couple things real quick, right? With our strafe speed, the further you are away from your opponent, the wider you want to strafe, because the goal is you want them to move their crosshair, you want them to move their mouse, right? And the closer they are, so if somebody's far away and just doing this right here, you don't really have to do much. You want them to actually move. So the closer you are, that's where you mix in your short and longs. Does that make sense? So since we're using a scout, we're gonna try to be on the outside here a little bit. They already have a colony because we were kind of talking in the beginning. This is their spawn. We should be able to see them. Don't want to be here too long. So we can throw that up. We're a little short. And also, especially at distances, you'll see, the crouching hunters. He's just going to town with that better devils. All right, we have a guy in mid. Let's get really high. And again, we're just moving left and right, using our strafe speed. This is dominantly respond, and actually we're doing good. He's gonna try to shoulder charge. Don't let him do it, fam. Don't let him do it. We're having to use this Mida a lot more than we are the mini tool more than anything. It's good shots. Let's actually get off the scene. We're gonna actually rotate all the way around, get on this back area, and use this as our angle. Perfect. Help out in mid. It's a pretty good position here if you're running. I know a lot of people run Jade on this board. But we don't have to do too much. We're in a team shot setting right here. That guy should get destroyed if he keeps peeking. Sooner or later, there they are. We're gonna stay down here. Good shots. He had that blast furnace, landed really heavy shots on us. But we started trying to strafe a little bit shorter. I'm not sure what that is, but really, really wide. Look at that. Really tough for them to land shots when you're moving that fast. It doesn't look like it on your screen, but you're flying on their screen. In a second here, we're gonna go inside. So we can grab some of these orbs. We're gonna try to hit this lane because we know they're gonna be spawning here. There they are. Made him miss a couple shots with our strafe. It's a heavy spawn, so they're still gonna be there. There he is. And I shouldn't have peeked because I didn't have health. Like, luckily, and my resilience is so low. Like, it's so surprising that I survived that. Let's choke this off. They saw me weak. We'll peek, and we do have our... Look at that, man. Making people miss. He has a sniper. So it's actually... Let's see if he can get me if he pulls out his gun. There he goes. Good place. Alright, we're going to go to this outside lane again. Oh, everyone went down, so we're going to be pretty careful. We can't just run up. Good shots. We got two-tailed foxed. And you know, the Mida is actually one of the better scouts at dueling at close to mid-range. But when we get this thing out, like, you fly having the mini-tool out. Right, there's a golden gun. He popped outside. So we're just going to kind of come into mid. Not sure what he had. I think it was a bow, possibly. When his golden gun's done, we're gonna go to outside with our Dawn Blade. We're trying to help out the best that we can. He lost. I'd say he almost lost again. All right, 38-37, it's a close game. We're actually gonna pop. We do know that they have hammers. Uh-oh. Oh, we overdid it. Superhero landing down because we failed. So that's back-to-back gameplays I've had bad supers, but that's all right. We got a little crazy. I didn't know if he had like a Yotun or something. He was charging something. Completely messed it up. But we can, with this Mida, we can live out here. All right, there's two laning right there. We don't want to peek that again. Let's wait right here for the first opponent. We'd actually choke it off and then move up. That's what we're gonna do first. It's kind of in a head glitch. This guy at any moment should come at me. There he is. And I'm not gonna say with our mobility that we're gonna outrun the striker, but I think that we absolutely just might. Let's see if we can do some work on inside. With our loadout, we do want to be outside because we can do a little bit more damage out there. But it's also dependent on how the enemy wants to play. They seem to be on both areas, so we just kind of strafe. I don't know if he was trying to aim for me. If he was, we made him miss really bad. You know, yoink that real quick. There's a triple golden gun. We need to know where those are at. Where is he? Fizzy? Don't let him do it to you, buddy. And we want all these orbs. Naturally, we run right into that, right? Let's go knee slide, use our mobility. Dude, you're so fast. Running all of these. Astrocyte messed me up a little bit. And what's so cool, we want him first. What's so cool is with those transfer steps, you know, to get in and out of situations, we know that he's here. He should have seen me. He shouldn't have peeked that. We did that earlier. Oh. We have to duel him because we're out in the open. So if he pokes out the other way, that's where we're going to do it, but he lost the gunfight. Oh, maybe he tied. Wide strafe, short strafe. This guy has cruel intentions. He has that astrocyte out. But even as a bad roll, we're using the mini tool for its mobility. Oh, we ran out of ammo. That guy's just kind of clueless. Maybe lagging a little bit. We don't want to be out here. In a second here, we're going to pop Dawn Blade. I don't think that they're going to switch to C yet. Yeah, they haven't. That should find them, right? What's so nice about Dawn Blade, we can get him in there. It's gonna be immediately over here, man. We're gonna try to send a little bit more. There it is. So we're gonna keep the lane. Good job, 77-67. And again, we don't have to do too much because we have the Mida. That's gonna kill me. Good plays. We want them to be in these lanes with us because we can, like I said, use our strafe speed to really get wide on them. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I mean, and we're on console here, those shots can really miss. He has a sniper rifle, so we're just gonna keep pre-firing. If he's smart, he went over here, but I don't think he did. We're gonna jump out because he's hard scoped. Make sure he misses our head, right? And higher level play, that'll get you messed up, but I wasn't really too worried about them. But we jumped out because he was kind of pre-aiming right here, and he had to move. So we were just kind of taking that shot. And another thing you can really do when you're running, oh geez, I don't want to get hit from the people on the outside, which we did. Another thing you can do at long distances with your mobility stat of 7 or above, you can strafe really wide because it makes them have to track that entire thing. Meanwhile, they're trying to strafe, but you're making them track while they're strafing, so it actually kind of works out. 92-80. Kind of living in this outside lane here. Let's choke that off. We're gonna get kind of up against this corner. Sorry, dude. Sorry that it happened that way. There might be one that'll spawn right here. They're definitely an A, though. We knew that because of where our teammate just spawned up. So we're going to go back to the same spot. There's a lot of snipers out there. We're off the scene. We can start peeking again. Jade flinchment went off. 189. I expect we had about 35 opponents defeated, but at those longer distances, and with Destiny it's kind of difficult because the maps are a little bit smaller, we were creating longer angles. See, 35 opponents defeated, right? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I play a lot of Destiny. We had a streak of 12, 389 efficiency, and we lived on that outside. We used the Mida Mini. The Mida Mini did surprisingly well. I don't think whenever I had it out and I was dueling, I ever lost because you move so fast, and that's why I went moving target on it. But that's going to be it for the weekend loadout, guys. Try on the Mida and the Mida multi-tool. Maybe not on that board. Maybe when it comes to Equinox and Midtown, some of the longer maps, that's when you should put it on. Javelin, not so much. It can duel well, but you have to create your lanes. You have to create those longer sight lines to, really capitalize the scout. So that's going to be it. The other thing is going to be the mobility stat of 10. And like I said, it's really, really good on Mida, and you can do good with a moving target kinetic, right? Such as a hand cannon, something like that. Try it out. You can do some really cool things. And even on a shotgun, right? When you put a moving target on a shotgun, it gives that passive aim assist like on a slug. It works really, really, really nice. So that's going to be it. You guys have a great weekend. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button. If you guys are subscribed, you rock. I thank you so much for your support. We're getting on to Shadowkeep. It's going to be great. And until the next one, I'm CoolGuy.